the water's already at that back portion of the main deck there, the boat deck area. And yeah, that's not good. Not healthy for the ship to take on that much water. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're back in Tiny Sailor's World. And today, we're going to be checking out some more split sinkings. So yeah guys, let's get into the video. Alright, so the first ship we're taking a look at is the Oceanic 3. Now the Oceanic 3 is a fictional vessel. I've checked it out a few times before, but yeah, this time we're going to be splitting it in-game using the split sinking method. So yeah, that's going to be pretty cool, and I see a pumpkin in the distance as well. So yeah, we're going to go ahead, sail this thing out into deeper water here, and it looks like we're actually at the corner of the map. The corner of the map is quite literally right there, so let's go ahead, let's turn and hope we don't slam into the world border here, because that wouldn't be good. But yeah, here we are, we're kind of in a remote part of the map, but yeah, we're going to sink the ship and, well, split it. So yeah, alright, so I think we should be good here, so let's go ahead, press X, and I think we'll go ahead, sink by the bow with a port list with a split. So let's go ahead and select it here, sink by the bow with a port list and a split, and we should be going down now. So as you can see, the ship is beginning to list over to the port. However, it is not going to stay whole for long. Now the interesting part of this sinking, or the part that I'm interested to see, is where the ship actually splits. Will it split in front of that second funnel or after that second funnel? I think it will be after the second funnel. It just kind of makes sense like that. But yeah, as you can see, the ship is going down super quick here. The water is already taking over the boat deck. The bow is already gone there. You can see air is escaping. A flare has been launched. And in a minute or two, yeah, the funnels are going down now. So yeah, the ship is really going down quick. So we'll hop off here. And the ship should split in any minute here. As you can see, going down rapidly at this stage. And there it goes, splitting in half just aft of the second funnel. So there it is, folks, going down very quickly, and now that stern section is rapidly plunging under the waves there. You can see another ship in the distance leaning pretty heavily, but coming to our rescue, and oh my gosh, is that in the Dazzle scheme? Oh my gosh, that is a cruise ship in the Dazzle paint scheme, holy cow. Anyways, our ship has just gone down, the Oceanic 3 has just sunk to the bottom. It has split in half, and now lays in the bottom pretty interestingly here, because you can see that the ship is kind of like a realistic wreck. I mean, if it were to sink in like this depth, it would kind of slam into the bottom and be close together like this. But yeah, really, really cool. So that is the Oceanic 3 in game once again, and with the split method. So yeah, we'll move on to the next ship. Alright, the next ship we're taking a look at is the Battery. Now this is a very small, quaint ocean liner from the Polish ocean lines, and unfortunately, yes, we will be destroying it today. But, I mean, it's Tiny Sailor's World. These ships live on forever, or as long as the game is alive. So, yeah, really nice little ship, and we're going to go ahead, we'll sail it out into the deep ocean. We're still kind of close to New York, so we want to sail it out a little farther. And then, why not use the V-split method? Because I want to see what would happen if we use a V-split on a very small vessel. What will happen? Will it just immediately sink, or will it sink slowly? I think it's going to immediately sink because it's such a small ship, but who knows? We'll find out. Alright, so we've got some clear weather now, and I think this should be good to go ahead and sink the vessel, and it looks like we've just struck a mine, so I think we gotta act fast here before we sink ourselves. So let's go ahead, let's sink by V-brake, and boom, there it is. And yep, I was right. The ship sinks almost immediately after clicking V-brake. And I don't know if that's because we struck the mine or because the ship is so small, but it could be a combination of both. But as you can see, the ship's bow just went down immediately, so all of those interior spaces are completely flooded, but the stern is taking its time, so we might see another wreck where the ship is kind of piled on top of itself. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what's going on underwater here. So obviously nothing too crazy yet, nothing's hit the bottom. Actually, I think the funnel, yeah, the funnel must have fallen down. Yep, there's the funnel. So the funnel has made its way to the bottom, and the bow will in just a moment. The stern is really hanging on there, so there may be some chance for survival. Oh, nope. Oh yeah, there's no chance for survival anymore. The stern is now going into the air at this point. The bow is gone to the bottom there, and it looks like the stern actually might just crash into this this cliff, or plateau, I should say, because, well, we've got a cliff here, but we've got just a plateau or a flat space just here. So I believe that the stern might just land on the plateau, and you'll see just the bow, obviously, sitting below the stern. So yeah, that might be interesting. But there goes the stern going down, and it should just begin to plunge in a minute or two here. It is about to make its final plunge, and you can see the sun is setting now. There it goes. And the battery is heading to the bottom. And I don't think anybody's going to find it for a while because we are quite far out and we are in a remote area. So, yeah, actually it might not land on this plateau area. It might actually land down next to the bow, but who knows? We'll see in a minute here. Yep, it's riding to the bottom. And we got bubbles escaping. That's very cool. And boom, there it is. And wow, we're going to have a really interesting wreck, or we do have a very interesting wreck here. As you can see, the bow is right next to the stern, and the stern is kind of at this angle. So, yeah, very interesting wreck. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next ship. So, yeah. Alright, the next ship we're taking a look at is the Empress of Britain. And like the battery, I rarely ever get to see it in-game being used by other players. Now, that's quite unfortunate, but we have it in-game, and we will be sinking it today. And I have sunk it before, however, that was kind of out of my control because I got torpedoed, and, well, that didn't go well. So, yeah, but today we're going to be splitting it, and I think today we're going to go ahead and have it sink by the stern and just have a split. We might actually just keep it level, because that might be interesting to see as well. But anyways, we're going to go ahead, we'll sail it towards Cape Town possibly here, and then, yeah, we'll obviously split and sink it. So, yeah. You can also get some really nice views of the ship in game, like this one right here. And I think one of the reasons why people don't actually sail this ship a lot is because they don't have it. And the reason I say that is because if you go into the menu over here and you go to spawn vehicle, you can see that it is an event ship. So not everybody might have the vessel. And that is unfortunate, but it still looks amazing, and if you do have it, it is worth a bit of a voyage. So, yeah. Alright, I think we're good here, so let's go ahead and sink the vessel. So, sink by stern with a split. So, here we go, and the ship has been stopped. Luckily, lifeboats are evacuating the ship, and because it's sinking level, most of the lifeboats will be able to escape. And you can see flares going up as well. However, the ship is doomed. But actually, right now, it looks completely fine. I mean, you wouldn't imagine anything is going wrong whatsoever, but unfortunately, the lower decks are filling with water, and the ship is going down. And why not do it in the other livery? Oh, apparently you can't. So, once you start sinking, you can't change the livery, which is unfortunate, but completely fine. It doesn't matter, we're going down either way, so yeah. Alright, so I've gone ahead and hopped off the ship, and as you can see, well, firstly, I'm being pushed by a lifeboat, and secondly, the rear set of portholes are already underwater, and now the waves are actually starting to crash into that rear section, that open promenade area, and that's just going to pull the ship down. If this were real life, that would be it. The plunge would begin as water would rapidly pour into that space. And think about two double doors being open. That's a massive opening gap there, and that's going to let a ton of water into the ship. Similar to how Titanic went down when its D-deck door was open, that allowed a ton of water into the ship, and it pulled it down even faster. So, yeah, at this point, the Empress of Britain is well and truly doomed, and you can see the bow of the ship is actually just beginning to come clear of the water. So, yeah, and it is also going to split, so that's going to be interesting as well. Alright, so looking at the back of the ship, all of those back decks are underwater at this stage, and there was actually a dome or a skylight there, so you can imagine all that water just pouring through that skylight, just pulling the ship down, and it is really starting to go now. As you can see, the water's already at that back portion of the main deck there, the boat deck area, and yeah, that's not good. Not healthy for the ship to take on that much water or be in that predicament there. There goes the third funnel there, so the end is well and truly here. So as you can see, the bow is coming out of the water, and in any minute, the ship is actually going to split in half. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting to take a look at. So, let's get a nice view here and watch it happen. Alright, there goes that second funnel. It is really climbing into the sky there, and oh no. It broke in half. However, it did not break at the surface. So, this is quite rare. So, the depth of the water is deep enough for the ship to split in two. But at the exact same time that the ship split in half, it struck the bottom. So the ship just fell to the bottom, which is really, really rare, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, as you can see, the ship actually hit the seabed and just cracked in half. So it was already broken when it hit the bottom, apparently. So yeah, there it is. Alright, so a very unique wreck here with the Empress of Britain. You can see the funnels collapsed over, some in the sand, one on the deck. But yeah, very, very cool. And that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you next time, guys. Goodbye.